Hello and welcome to Thursday's team call with I'm Stacy Booth, founder of Team Unstoppable, and I'm excited to have you guys here. Today we're going to be talking about 10 rules for success. So I've been really trying to think about what kinds of things really makes a successful coach and what kind of things might some of you guys be missing. So I'm going to go over these 10 things with you, and then if we have any questions, we can open it up at the end. But number one is you have to have passion for this coaching business. You need to love some part of it. Like if you don't love fitness, it's okay. There's lots of coaches who don't really love fitness. They do fitness, but that's not the part they love. The part they love is helping people get started on their fitness journey. Or there's some people who love creating meal plans and sharing that with people. You need to find something that you love about this business and why you want to be a part of it. It's really important for you to have some kind of passion for this, because let's be real, there's going to be times where this business is hard. And if it wasn't hard, then everyone would do it, because that's how a lot of things work, with health and fitness. If it was easy to have a six-pack, then everyone would have it. Or exercising was easy, everyone would do it, and everyone would have a six-pack. But exercise isn't easy. It takes work and it takes dedication. Just like coaching takes work and dedication. So you're going to come upon times where you may have signed up coaches and you hit a certain rank and you lose rank, or you may come down to the end of the month and you haven't reached your goals yet, or you invite someone to join you on this journey and they say no, or you have people in your life who are negative and they're telling you that you can't be successful and that you can't do this business. So you need to have a deep down burning passion to want to do this. Because if you don't, when you come across those objections or those hard times in the business, you're going to quit. So I need you to find your passion for this and really dig down deep into what that passion is and get excited about it and let that drive you through the tough times. Because if you're on the other side of this phone, you're going to have tough times in this business. We all have tough times in the business. I've been doing it for a few years now, and there are times where it's hard, and I think, I don't know if I want to continue doing this. But in those moments when I think this is hard and I don't know if I want to continue doing this, I know that 9 other people have said the same thing and they quit. And I am not going to do that. I'm going to continue forward and find my passion for this and keep moving. The next thing is push your comfort zone. We say this a lot. It's something that is easily said, okay? I'm not gonna lie. It's something very easy to say, but it's very hard to push yourself outside that comfort zone. But you need to push yourself outside that comfort zone. What is that? That means if your level of comfort with inviting people is very low and you don't like doing it, inviting people is pushing outside your comfort zone. If sharing your progress photos on Facebook is outside your comfort zone, push that comfort zone. If making Success Club 10 is outside your comfort zone, push outside that. If Success Club 5 is that, you guys need to push outside that comfort zone at all times, because you can fail at what you don't want just as easily as you can fail at something you do want to do. So, you can go to a 9-to-5 job and you can hate every moment of it and you can get fired from it or laid off from it. And that's the reality of things. That does happen sometimes. So make sure that you're setting up something where you really enjoy it and you love doing it and you're pushing outside those comfort zones, because you're not going to fail coaching unless you quit. So when you push outside that comfort zone, it may be really uncomfortable, but you're not going to fail. And if you do, quote unquote, fail in your eyes, learn from what you just did and try again and do it a little bit differently. You guys need to constantly be doing that. And it's not comfortable. And the coaches that are pushing outside their comfort zone are growing as people. They're growing as leaders. They're growing as coaches. All areas of their life are becoming better because they're pushing outside their comfort zone. So don't get comfortable being comfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Number 3, be yourself. If you are on this team and you are watching me and you're trying to be me, you're going to fail. That's where you will really fail, because you need to be yourself. We are all unique to this business, to this world. Every single one of us are extremely unique, and we have something special that we do. And when we share who we truly are, it brings more people like you to you. And when you do that, you're more successful because those people are drawn to you for a reason. Now, if you are trying to be me and you're posting as me and you bring people who are like me, you're probably not going to connect with them as easily. And they might not be as successful as they could be because you weren't really the person that you portrayed to be. I want you to be you. I want you to put out there your crazy little things. People know that I talk crazy to my cats. Like, I try to put my real self out there. I want you guys to be you, because Caleb Thomas was speaking at our Super Saturday, and he was talking about puzzle pieces and how they're in the middle of the puzzle. There's like different pieces that can connect to those puzzle pieces, right? And then when you get towards the outside of the puzzle, there's only like one piece that connects with that piece. We are like the puzzle pieces. Team Beachbody, we are a whole big puzzle together, but individually we're puzzle pieces. So there are people out there who only will connect with us. And the only way that they can be brought into this business or presented to live a healthier lifestyle is through you, not me. I can be the best Beachbody coach, or Anita Myron can be the best Beachbody coach. But if she reaches out to someone that will only be affected by this business because you invited them, they're not going to join with me or Anita or another Beachbody coach, because they are meant, cosmically meant, to be drawn into this because of you. There will also be people that are drawn into this and that will start on their journey, and it will totally change the trajectory of their life. Maybe they don't continue with Beachbody, but it changes them and it makes them have a desire to become a marathon runner, and that's their new passion in life, and they do that and it saves their life. Be you. It brings in the people that you are supposed to be working with. There is a greater power at work. I don't care what religion you are. There is a greater power at work that is reaching out to people and connecting with people. So I need you to do that service to people. Be you. Share you. Talk about you, your life, the things you like to do, the things you do daily, the things that are weird about you. I bet there's probably other people that do the same kind of weird stuff and you don't even realize it because you're not sharing those things. I mean, don't get like weird, but you know what I mean. Share you. All right, so number 4 is realize your strengths. So a lot of times what I'm seeing with coaches is that they're scared. They're scared to invite. They're scared to share the business opportunity. The reason why you're scared is because you feel inadequate in some way. You feel like maybe you aren't a successful enough coach to invite someone to the coaching opportunity, or you don't feel like you are at a place in your fitness journey that you should be inviting, or you should be the example of what health and fitness is. I want you guys to think about things that you are good at and the strengths that you have. Like, do you really enjoy writing? Are you a blogger? Is that your strength? write down your strengths and realize them, because you have a lot of strengths. You also have a lot of things that you might not be so strong with. For me, I am dyslexic. I do not write well. I do not spell well. That's not my thing. But I realized that. So I've learned ways to get around that. So you need to have a list of your strengths, and you need to have a list of your weaknesses. And if your weakness is leadership or anything like that, that's where you lock into that personal development and you try to help those things, or you realize a way to get around it. For me, with writing and things, I do speech to text all the time, so I don't have to spell things and make sure that I speak the right thing. So that's not always 100% 100% accurate, but it does help me a lot, because there are definitely words. You need to just find different ways. Like, I've gotten to a point where I have hired out my newsletter, because I would get to the point where I wasn't sending out a newsletter to my customers monthly because of something I wasn't good at. So I just shied away from it. And I don't want you guys doing that. I don't want you to shy away from inviting because you're scared to invite. I need you to figure out how to invite. Read Eat That Frog, or find personal development that can help you get over the inviting hurdle. Because there are little pieces to our business that are a must. And for me, I wasn't good at reaching out to my Beachbody customers monthly because I was afraid to make a checklist, or not a checklist, newsletter. So now I have someone that helps me do the newsletter so that I can reach out to my customers on a monthly basis so that they know I'm there, I'm accessible to them. That's just an example. You don't have to do that. I found a way to help with one of my weaknesses. And I found my strength, and I highlight my strengths. I find ways that I can, use those to further and better my myself on this journey. You need to realize your strengths. You need to realize your weaknesses, and you need to be aware of both of them. Okay? And you need to figure out how to reach those. So when I'm talking about personal development, I don't want you to read the same personal development as I do. Sometimes I will suggest books because they were helpful to me. But if that's not what you're struggling with, or that's not something you need to work on, then you need to find a book that works on the things that will help you. Okay? All right. Number 5. Hi, Erica. Do you mind muting yourself so I don't get feedback? Thank you. All right, number 5 is be resourceful. So yesterday I was listening to a call or a personal development, and it was talking about resourcefulness. And now I've lost my notes. Where did it go? But it was saying that be resourceful. Resourcefulness is the ultimate resource. Okay? So the coaches that I see that are the most successful coaches are not the coaches that need to be given information. They're not coaches that need to be hand-holding. They're the coaches that are Googling things. They're the coaches that are scouring the back office trying to find the information that they need. They're the coaches that are watching YouTube videos on how to use PicMonkey or how to create such and such. I need you guys to be resourceful. You need to find the information yourself. I'm always here to answer questions. But I need you guys to look for the answers before you ask. Because when you look and you take that time to be resourceful, you're going to learn so much more about it because you made the effort to do it. If I sit here and give you the answers to everything, you're not going to learn anything. Just like your children, when they come home and they're doing homework and they ask you to help them, or they try to get you to give them the answer. If you gave them the answer, are they going to learn anything? No, they're not going to learn anything. You need to be resourceful as a coach, okay? That's huge. You also need to plug into team calls, team event. You need to be watching things. Because when you're sitting on the other side of that screen, it's lonely. We are not going into a typical office every single day being surrounded by people doing the same thing we're doing. Some of you are sitting there at your house and your spouse is saying how, I don't understand why you're doing this Beachbody thing, it's a waste of time. Or you have family members that say, oh, you'll never be successful. You need to cloud out that negativeness and you need to plug in to this stuff. Because when you go to Team Beachbody events, like a Super Saturday or Summit, or if you go to, like in December, I'm going to a GoPro conference. You are surrounded by so many like-minded, positive people who are uplifting and telling you, yes, you can do this. Where they're showing you examples of, yes, this is success. You can do this. Or you're seeing people that have gone from bankruptcy to making their dreams come true. Okay? So it's not just because I want to see you on the calls or because I want you guys to be rank advancing or because I want you guys to be doing anything. It's nothing to do with me. You guys getting a part of these things is nothing to do with me. It's all to do with you. And when you become a part of this, you're drowning out those negative comments from other people. When you're plugging into personal development and you're listening to those things, it is uplifting your spirits and telling you, I am possible. I am worth it. Okay? That's why I want you guys to join these things, is because it's for everyone's benefit when we get together. We get together and we can talk through things and we can just make our days better. I just got on a Zoom call with my success partner. We talked for an hour and a half. Some of it was business, some of it wasn't. But at the end, we both felt like this totally just made my whole week. Okay, that's what I want for you guys. I want you to get on these things and say, oh, I feel so much better. I'm ready to take on the world. Because together, when we combined our positivity, we can take on the world. But you got to plug in. You've got to be resourceful. All right. Number 6, paying attention to the little things. Success and failure does not happen overnight. Success and failure is not one single action. Success and failure are lots of little actions, okay? You need to think about that. So success or failure, to push yourself each day. Failure, to do your checklist every day. Failure, to have a vision of what you want, okay? Those are things that can, if you consistently don't do those things, over time, that will create a downward spiral. That will create the negativity that will push back on your passion. And if your passion isn't strong enough, you're going to quit. It's just like fitness. If you don't plug into it every day, or you don't focus on your food every day, if I skip today, it's not going to affect tomorrow. But if I skip today, tomorrow, the next day, it starts to compound on itself. So let's focus on those little things and compound it in the right way. Do your checklist every day. I have my checklist right here. I do my checklist every day. I cannot go to bed at night until this thing is done. Okay? There will be days where I sometimes only have one invite checked, but I did at least one invite. This is something that needs to be focused on every day. Okay? Consistent actions create consistent results. really, really important. You need to focus on those little things, because the checklist, let's be honest, when I'm on and my brain is working properly, I can go through my checklist in less than an hour, okay? So an hour out of my whole day is pushing me forward. And now sometimes my checklist consists of more list items than others. Sometimes my checklist is very bare minimum. Sometimes it's just answering my messages, sending out new messages, and sending one invite. Sometimes that is all my checklist consists of. On days when I'm busy and I don't have time to do a full checklist, that's all I'll do. But I know that I've done something to set myself up to project me forward, to keep me moving forward. You guys have to pay attention to those little things. The checklist is little in the grand scheme of things, very little. Reaching out and talking to people that you want to connect with and letting them know you're thinking of them, that's little. But over time, you create connections and friendships that will last you a lifetime if you continue to nurture those things. Little actions, okay? Focus on them. Okay, number, I think it's, I don't remember what number this is, but this one's a big one, and this is really hard, and it's something that I've gotten a little better over the years. Don't care what other people think, okay? Not caring doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Not caring doesn't mean you didn't hear what they said and that it doesn't affect you. But not caring what other people think means it's not going to affect the outcome of what you're doing. Okay? So caring what other people think can be a number of things. When you send an invite, a lot of times you guys aren't sending an invite because you care what the other person is going to think. But a lot of times what they think is they're grateful. But we get like this whole big monster of things going on in our minds thinking, oh, they're going to think that I think they're this or that, or that they need to do this or whatever. But a lot of times they're just grateful. Oh, thanks. Thanks for thinking of me. Or if they're totally not interested, they're still not super offended. They're just like, no, I'm not interested. Don't care what other people think. If you want to build this business and there are people who say you can't do it, don't care what they think. Take that and use it as fuel to say, yeah, I'm going to show you I can do this. Don't care about what people think when you post yourself on social media. This one's a hard one, okay? I posted a video on YouTube, and this is how I knew I've made progress on this topic. Was because I had someone post on my video saying that I had the most horrendous looking stomach they've ever seen. Okay? They were saying how awful it was and how I should be ashamed of myself and total hating on me. Okay? And I took that and said, this is awesome. Because when you get a hater or someone that's hating on you, it's because something's going on in them. I just felt bad for that person. I was like, this person is a miserable person. Why do you need to tear someone else down to make you feel better? So I need you guys to think about that when you're posting something out there. If someone's going to criticize you or jump on you or be mean to you, it honestly has nothing to do with you. You've struck a chord or something inside them that made them feel insecure. And they felt the need to attack you. So as hard as it is, if you get criticism, as hard as it is to not take it personally, you can't take it personally. Because a lot of times it's just their insecurities coming through. I've had family members say things to me about the way that I look and what I'm doing and how it doesn't even matter what they say. But it's nothing to do with me. It's where they are in their life and in their journey. And something inside of what you posted or you said struck a chord with them. And if you struck a chord with someone, you know you're onto something good, because as long as you're not trying to be offensive, because you're triggering feelings. And when you trigger feelings, it means that you are putting something out there that's raw and real. So you gotta stop caring what people think, because what they think doesn't impact you. What they think doesn't make you successful or not. If they think you're not successful, but you are working your booty off and you become successful, it doesn't matter what they think, right? So don't worry about what people think about you. Just be you and be unapologetic for that, because that's all you can do. All right, I kind of touched on this before, but have a checklist. Okay, I know you guys know what you're supposed to do every day. I know what I'm supposed to do every day. Yet if I don't physically have a checklist, I don't do what I'm supposed to do. Kind of like eating. Okay, let's see. So you don't log your food, or you don't follow the 21-day fixed container, and you have a piece of cheese, and you have a bite of your kid's meal, and you don't write those things down, you forget about them by the end of the day, right? I know I do. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, that didn't count. So it's the same thing for your checklist. And we're really manipulative with our brains. Like, we think, oh yeah, I did that. You didn't. You didn't really. Or you say, oh yeah, I did that, but you only did 5 when you really were supposed to do 10. Or you said you did personal development, but really you didn't. So you need to actually ask yourself, did I send new messages today? Did I respond to messages today? Did I send invites today? You need to have it physically written down. Or if you're more on the phone thing, then have it in your phone. I personally need it written down. I personally need to check things off. I even have a thing that says check off checklist, like, so I can check that off. Like, I'm a little bit freak with the checklist. But you need to have that. Find what works for you. You need to write it down. I don't care if you're writing the same exact list down every single day. You still need to write it down. You still need to check it off. If you're not writing it down and you're not checking it off, you're not doing it. Okay? Because we have lots going on with how much stuff we have coming at us through social media, through our kids and their schedules and their schoolwork and their homework and the cooking and the cleaning and the doing this and doing that. We're all human. We're bound to miss things. We're bound to forget things. So write things down. You also need to write your goals down. You cannot just say, oh yeah, I'm going to hit Success Club this month. You need to write down, I'm going to hit Success Club. And then you need to say, well, what do I need to do today to reach Success Club? And then you need to do said things. Okay, there's lots of you working towards Emerald and towards Diamond. You're not going to get there unless you visually put it out there. So draw the circles. Draw it. Okay, there's you. There's so-and-so. There's so-and-so. I want you to write people's names in those 2 bubbles. I don't care if those people sign up or not. You're seeing it. And you say, that's doable. If you're going for Diamond, drop 3 more circles and then 2 more circles off of them and fill in those circles. You guys need to visualize what you're doing. You need to set those goals. You need to focus on them daily. This cannot be something that you look at once in a while. It needs to be centered, focused every day if you want to hit your goals. If you don't want to hit your goals, then you don't have to do it every day. Plain and simple. But I know that I have goals that I'm reaching for, and I look at them every day. You guys need to do the same thing. That's what you're working towards. All right. You got me all fired up this morning. All right. Great. Be proud of our product. This is number 9. You cannot be a successful Beachbody coach if you are not proud of our product. If you don't love Shakeology and think that it is the best, you're not going to succeed with this. I've had a lot of people sign up over the years that can't drink Shakeology for whatever reason, and they still wanted to coach, and I said it's really hard, but they wanted to try it anyway, and they couldn't do it because we are not about selling. We're about sharing and sharing our experience. So if you can't share your experience with Shakeology, why would someone want to do it? If you're not doing our workouts, why would someone want to join you? Really? So when you're being proud of the product, that doesn't mean you need to sell everything or talk about everything. Like, I was looking at the Summit workouts, and I was trying to decide what workout I wanted to do. And my friend Shannon was like, let's do Country Heat. Hey, you guys know me. You know I am no dancer. I was like, oh, hell no. I'm not doing that. She's like, it would be great publicity. And I'm like, yeah, I am not promoting Country Heat. Because I don't love Country Heat. For one, I don't love country. Sorry, I don't. And two, I am not a dancer. Like, I tried size, and it was kind of fun. I won't do size by myself. If I have a bunch of people over and friends over, I'll do size. So I was surprised with size, but I really don't think that I'm going to do Country Heat. So it's okay for you to not love every single product. It's okay for you to not love every Shakeology flavor. I do not like vanilla. It's not my jam, okay? So I'm not telling you, love every product Beachbody comes out with. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you to be proud of the products that you do love and share those products. Share your experience. We're not selling here. So if you don't like it, don't talk about it. If it's on sale, you can let people know it's on sale, but you don't need to say, hey, come join me with this whatever. You need to like it too. Obviously, there might be someone who loves country dancing and loves country music, so I might say, hey, you know, they do have this country thing. You know, there's exceptions to the thing, but I'm not going to go put on my Facebook wall, come join me on country music. That's not me. But now, 22 Hard Corps, I freaking love that workout. I've been selling the poo out of it because it's awesome. And I wasn't going to get this workout, so I was like, it's 22 minutes. I don't know, I'm not going to do that. But I tried it and I loved it, so I could be wrong. Country Heat too. But I just need you guys to love the product, okay? That's what we are. If you're dropping in and out of activity as a coach, what's the deal? If you can't afford Shakeology every month, there's other things that you can order that's $50 instead of $89. Try the 3-day refresh. But if you aren't doing the products because you can't afford it, you know what you're going to get? Objections. Price objections. Big ones, lots of them, hard. It's the truth. Because if you're saying, hey, you need to try this Shakeology, it's awesome, and they say, oh, I can't afford it, and you're not drinking it because you can't afford it, how do you overtalk that objection? You can't, because otherwise you'll be lying. And I do not want anyone on this team a liar. Okay? And we need to keep our integrity on this team. So find a way to have your Shakeology. If you're a coach, work your, ass off and get yourself 3 customers. If 3 customers are drinking Shakeology with you, the commission you receive is enough to cover your shake for the month. So stop complaining that you can't afford it and start working your butt off to make it affordable. I've seen coaches do yard sales to afford their shake. I've seen coaches sell just stuff so they can afford their shake. When I first signed up as a coach, I could not afford the shake. So what I did is I had grocery money that I spent every week, So I had a card that was pretty close to limit, and I put my Shakeology on that, and each week I would pay a portion to my credit card out of my grocery fund, because I was saving money drinking Shakeology, because one, I was replacing a meal for only $4, and it was limiting my cravings, so I wasn't buying junk. But you guys need to be the product of the product. You need to love the product. You need to be trying the product. If you want to drink E&E or Energize and some of those supplements instead of Shakeology, well then fine, but you need to talk about that. Okay? All right. Last one, number 10, is don't quit. It's really pretty simple. Don't quit. Don't quit on yourself. You joined this coaching, this team, for a reason. You have a reason. Whatever your reason is, don't let yourself give up on yourself. You guys have big goals. I want you to reach those goals. But the only way you're not going to quit is if you go back to number 1 and find your passion. And you need to lead with that passion. You need to talk through that passion. When you're talking to people, it doesn't come off that you're selling to them. You're talking to them with your passion. And when you're talking to them with your passion, they want to join you because of that. Okay? You guys cannot give up on yourself. There was times where I thought, I don't know, this might not be for me. I don't know, I can't do this. Let's just imagine that I gave up. Not only did I give up on myself, but think of all the coaches that have come after that point. Think of all their lives, okay? You cannot give up on yourself, because if you give up on yourself, you're giving up on those people that come after you, that come because of your opportunity. So if you're sitting on this other side of the screen and you haven't had tons of success with this business yet, and you haven't gotten to that point where you've signed up coaches, or you've had tons of people buy challenge packs from you, but you have one success under your belt, there's something that excites you, that has done something good for you. If it's that you could do one push-up more than you could before you started this journey, or because you made a $25 commission on your check. You guys got to think about all the little things. Focus on those little things. They do add up over time. But if you give up, you'll never get there. If you give up, the life that you want is not going to happen. Just with our fitness. If we give up today, yeah, it's easy to give up, right? It's easy to stop running. It's easy to stop doing those push-ups. It's easy to turn off the TV. It's easy. It sucks that it's so easy. But think about the life that you want to live and how coaching can bring you to that life. And then think about the life you're living now. If you continue to not change a thing, you continue to not push yourself outside your comfort zone, you're going to be right where you are or in a worse situation. So yes, this is hard sometimes. Yes, sometimes there are points where you might want to give up. But you can't give up on yourself, because if you do, you're not going to reach those goals. You're not going to reach that dream that you want. Do not give up. All right? All right, guys. This went a little longer than I anticipated. That's all right. But does anyone have any questions? All right. I'm going to let you guys go. This is a recording, so I do have it saved so you can watch it again, share it with your coaches, share it with whoever you think might be benefited from it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and I will be talking to you next week. Bye, guys.